Oh, you know what we should talk about? Sean
What?
Strickland. I think that. So
Yeah, that was
from the
last
outside looking
Saturday.
in, I saw
so we
so
haven't
many
talked about it
people
on the show.
I saw a lot of people talking about like this is bullshit. The fix is in. Tell me what you think, Woody and Kyle. I'm assuming Woody.
So when I
says
watched
no,
the
Kyle
fight,
says
I
yes.
thought Strickland won.
Okay.
But when I see the experts talk about it, the overwhelming position is it was so close. Nobody can be wrong on this. Like no matter what you think, it was such a pick'em that it could have gone either way.
Uh-huh.
It was so 50-50 amongst everybody, though. You know what I mean? It's like exactly what you said. There's no outlying winner that's easy to choose. So
yeah, when I watched the fight,
rematch was in, right?
I don't like Sean Strickland's fighting style.
I won't do a rematch.
He shells up, so he's got really good defense, and he just works his jab, and he kind of walks backwards a lot, or at least against DDP he did. And it's like he just sort of pillow hands point fights his way to victory. And I thought
Zach, will you show us a picture of DDP after the fight? Let's see what old pillow hands did to him.
Yeah, Zach, I think he bumped his eye on
I
the
love
way
your
in.
guys' UFC arguments. Fun to watch people passionately argue about something you have no knowledge of.
Yeah, and by the way, if you're looking up, show us Sean Strickland's fight finishing record. Well, he hasn't finished a fight since like 2016 or something.
Is that his style though?
He really does just jab. And
like he's a boring point fighter, right?
Yes.
Like he's trying to get.
That is true. I'm not.
Yeah.
The truth is, his jab is pretty stiff. Like it hurts people.
Have you guys been to a fight?
Finish anyone? Yeah,
they have.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's a terrible experience. If you're not literally, if you don't have Donald Trump tickets, then it's not worth going.
Dude, Wolf is Canadian. He's been to 1,000 hockey games. He's not going to be entertained.
It's no good.
That's light work.
Did you have more to say, Woody?
I guess where was I headed on that? I don't know. But anyway, I told you I was going to talk about the Patreon experience. I thought it was pretty cool. Jackie, Kyle, and I hung out with the Patreons and watched the fight streaming together live, and it was a good time.
I was at a friend's birthday party. I would have gone.
Can't really tell. You want to find him at the second press conference
Jackie and I went to.
Bad.
Wow.
I thought I thought that DDP won. I thought that
oh my God.
Yeah. Sean did way more damage, but I thought that they were going to score DDP's takedowns, which weren't takedowns. And so knowing that, I begrudgingly just knew that DDP was going to get the decision. His takedowns to me were completely ineffective and made him look worse than they made him look. It wasn't about him doing something. It was more about Sean escaping them, because every single time Sean got right back up and then got away from him and then started hitting him again. I thought by the way that I would score a fight, I thought Sean won, but I knew that they were going to score those takedowns. I would give Sean the first, without looking at that, I'd give him the first, second, and fifth.
Does the takedown count?
Typically, no.
Without a follow-up?
It's still a good look, but the main thing for judging a fight is damage. And Strickland, I know Kyle said that Strickland did more damage, but I didn't see it like that. Strickland's fucking face was so bloody he couldn't see anymore. The stitches had to go like into the muscle. He tore his fucking face apart with a punch. It wasn't a headbutt.
Kyle, set me straight, Kyle.
Well, I feel like what Woody said is an argument for Sean, not an argument for DDP, because Sean fought with blood in his eye for 2 or 3 rounds, and he won. He definitely won one of those rounds. Everybody gave him the fifth, I think. The problem is, because it could be 50-50, I could see both sides of it. I thought DDP won based on how fights are scored. And I love Sean, but they're not going to do a rematch. Even though Dana's there, like, yeah, I think Sean won. They will not do the rematch because they don't like Sean and they don't like him as a champion. They'll shuffle him down, and they're going to want to get Izzy back in there. Izzy makes them money. Izzy cuts promos. They want Izzy versus DDP. That will be the next fight. I'm more confident in that than I am that Donald Trump's going to be the next president. And I'm pretty damn confident of that.
So I want Izzy DDP to be the next fight. They've got smoke. It should be a really good fight. I think Izzy wins, but I don't know. I think
he wins
do
easily.
Like Sean as a champ. I think Sean just broke the Canadian gate record, sold more tickets or more money than GSP ever did.
They don't care about that. ESPN's breathing down their neck.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know what the pay-per-view numbers are. I don't know if they release them anymore.
They don't care about that either.
But Sean's YouTube numbers are very good. Sean was a wildly interesting champ, except for in the ring. Outside the ring, Sean's wildly interesting. In the ring, he just point fights.
I thought that was a great fight. I don't know why you didn't like that fight. It was two real opposing fighting styles. It was very interesting, and they were constantly at action. DDP has this lunging style that's very sloppy, and Izzy's going to destroy him. Izzy's going to destroy him. Izzy's going to time that one of those ridiculous big lunging overhand rights and do some shit that they slow down, and he'll be like Neo in the Matrix, watching that shit go past him, and then coming up with some fucking left upper hook and just sending DDP to another realm. Like, that's what's going to happen when they fight. I would bet the house on Izzy to destroy DDP. And what they should do then is,
but he will time it. Like, and I feel like there's a rock paper scissors thing going on where like DDP can beat Strickland, Strickland can beat Izzy, and Izzy can beat DDP.
And everybody's scared of Alex Pereira and hoping that he can come back.
I don't think he can make weight.
I don't think he's motivated to make weight. Although if Izzy takes that belt, then he will be.
That's the fight I want to see.
He's like, I'm not a 170 or 185 or until Izzy's a champion at 185, and then I go on a diet.
Izzy talked too much shit. Now he's got Pereira bullying him his whole life.
Pereira might just bully the whole fucking UFC roster. I'm interested to see him at any weight class that guy can make.
I want to see him fight John Jones.
Well, that's never going to happen. John's going to do one more fight. They will dig up fucking Stipe Miocic, who hasn't fought or hasn't won in like 1,215 days or something. It's going to be 4 full years the next time that when John Jones and Stipe Miocic fight for the belt, it will have been 4 years since Stipe won a fight.
Yeah, wowzers.
Like,
yeah, and that's if John Jones fights again. I don't know how bad his injury is. You
can't hurt that man bad enough not to come back and fight the ghost of Stipe Miocic to nail down his legacy forever as the greatest of all time. And Tom Aspinwall can eat shit because Dana knows the fucking score too. Dana does not want to damage the legacy of his GOAT any more than his GOAT wants his legacy damaged. So any sort of dream fights of bringing up some killer who's fucking 28, 30 years old. Fuck yourself.
This is like the end of Mayweather's career. It's like, I'll fight a MMA guy or a YouTuber.
We're gonna solidify it. And Stipe, look, bless his heart, but it's gonna be 4 fucking years since that old white gentleman has had a fight that he won. And John Jones is gonna be John Jones.
Does better than Jones. He doesn't do striking better. He doesn't do wrestling better. Where does he win? He doesn't even talk trash better. Like it. I like John Jones in that fight. Also, he's less ring rust. They both have some, but John Jones has less.
Yeah, I like Jones all around. But I right now I'm just a little frustrated with the whole sport. I feel like they kowtow to the money in the Middle East too much. I think that, and then they've also got guys like Khamzat who are terrorist adjacent enough that they literally can't get visas into the United States. So you can own, and you're not going to put Khamzat, I guess, on like maybe the France card, whatever the fuck where like Gagne is your only Frenchman. So you're going to do him in Abu Dhabi or in Yaz.
I want to see Strickland fight Khamzat. That's the thing.
Why would they do that? You said the other day it made no sense.
Wait,
Strickland,
Khamzat can barely make 170, I think. And he wants to go to 185 and take on Strickland.
So why would you let him fight? All right, so think about it.
He's not going to walk straight into a title fight, but he's going to fight a top contender. He's a champ at 170. Am I wrong? Maybe I am wrong.
This is wild stuff. No, he's not the champ. No.
He's the champ in my mind. I'm still right.
No, he's not the champ. Leon Edwards is the champ of 170 pounds.
Okay, you're totally right.
Like Khamzat is an up-and-comer who fights once every couple years. How long's it been since he even fought, and who did he fight? I bet he fought somebody at a different weight. He fought Usman very recently, obviously. a guy who with blown out knees at the end of his career at a different weight class. He fought a 175 pounder at 185 pound, and he says, "Hey, now I fight the champion at 185, right? Since I beat up a
Strickland's
guy
not the champ.
But that's what he's always asking for that. He was asking.
Yeah. He's not afraid of anyone.
But Strickland was the champ last week. Is what I'm saying. Like, how far has Strickland's fallen that he has to fight this guy who's brand new to the division? I hate Khamzat. Khamzat's that guy who's only going to be fighting, like I said, overseas in Saudi Arabia or in Abu Dhabi or whatever the fuck, because he is a fucking terrorist adjacent piece of shit. He was the one up there talking about killing Jews in his fucking post press conference. He's the one screaming Allahu Akbar on 9/11. Literally on 9/11. I
didn't know about that one.
I watched it happen. I'm not watching stories. I watched this cocksucker. He's a piece of shit, Woody.
Oh, I didn't mean to say you were wrong. I was saying that.
Oh, I know. I'm just being emphatic for comedic effect.
He meant to say
fair enough.
wrong.
No. The reason I want to see Khamzat fight Strickland is Strickland is a point fighter, but he's really good striking and defensive striking. And his defensive grappling is really good, right? The wrestlers like DDP that take him down, hold him down for like 4 seconds and he's back up again.
Yep.
I want to see one of these freaking Khamzat Khabib clones who maybe can hold. I want to see if they can hold Strickland down, because so far no one else can.
Give him Robert Whitaker, someone who lost to DDP's last time out, and I think he mutilates Khamzat. I think Khamzat has the worst day of his life when someone who's actually not a weight bully and actually talented at more than one facet of the game. Remember when he came out and it was the black fighter that they fucking sacrificed to him a couple cards ago when he missed weight by 8 pounds. They had that card. They had that crazy card where they were going to make Khamzat fight Nate Diaz for some reason, a 155 pounder at 170 for Nate's last fight as like a fuck you fight. But then Khamzat misses weight by 8 solid pounds, and they have him fight like Kevin Holland, maybe. And he mauls Kevin Holland in under a minute. And you look at Kevin Holland's face afterwards. Dude has scratched his face like a kitty cat.
Marvin Vittori, could it be?
No. That's the Italian guy.
Jared Cannonier?
No.
It was
Khamzat Chimaev.
Oh, I was talking about Whitaker.
No,
You're talking about, all right, I get.
Yeah, I'm talking about Khamzat being a piece of shit. Just always a piece of shit. And most of his wins being over people who are in the wrong fucking division. And there's just a weight bully who's beating.
That's how I feel about John Jones a little bit.
All those guys were light heavyweights though, right? Like all right, Chael wasn't, but
Machado wasn't. Who the fuck else did he beat? Vitor from 185. I forget. The list is pretty long. Like John Jones has like a bunch of 185ers on his record. I could look it up.
He's a charismatic villain, though, one you can enjoy and get behind his evil. Khamzat Chimaev's just I hate him so fucking much. I hate I hate all those goddamn neck beard Russian Muslims, though, if I'm being honest. I hate every fucking one of them. I know. Not because they have neck beards, not because they're Russian, and not because they're Muslim. Because of all three of those things combined are this soup of hatred that I create. I can't fucking stand it. I can't fucking stand their fucking
why do you care?
Bullshit nationalistic fucking woman hating, gay hating, fucking white people hating, Western hating, piece of shit, warrior monk mentality, fucking keep your money tight. Don't spend any money and always salute fucking Kadyrov, our fucking warlord.
Dude, calling them warrior monks
pig
is
daddy.
The coolest way.
I know, right?
Oh, you know what?
They train harder than anyone else on the planet. They don't blow their money. They never.
Here's the best part, Taylor. They go to they've got this pay pig like warlord that pays their way, so they don't have to work real jobs ever. And then they have to go to that guy's house, though, and let his children beat them up on Instagram. So this Khamzat Chimaev guy, who's like a real badass, he has to go and spar with a 15-year-old chubby kid and let the kid beat him up. And they take pictures of him getting punched and roughed up and put it on Instagram.
Dude, letting a child beat you in a sport that you're a professional in is not.
That's not how they frame it, though.
I don't think it's the same as that.
It's always framed as like.
I was imagining like Gretzky letting a fucking 9-year-old skate past him. You think Gretzky's really going to defend that? Hit him with a poke?
We all saw Diego Sanchez lose to that guy with Down syndrome, right?
Yeah,
we all know the nightmare doesn't actually.
You're comparing making nice with a terrorist to making a kid with Down syndrome happy, like a make a wish. So it's like make a wish, but terrorism.
In either case, you're taking someone with a mental disorder and making them happy. What's the difference?
100%. Woody's 100% in the right, and you're 100% in the wrong.
I'm 100% right.
Woody's never been more right, and it hurts you.
And as much as I want to like Justin Gaethje, he went over to that fucking warlord and sucked his dick too. He's over there like shooting RPGs in that guy's backyard and shit. And they called him out on it. He's like, I never met Kadyrov. I just was flown to his estate to play with his toys, shoot his weapons, and pose for photos on Instagram. Never did I meet him or have anything to do with him. It's like, okay, Gaethje, just admit you're a fucking lapdog to a fucking warlord overseas in Russia because he gave you enough money.
Who cares?
What's his name?
I do.
Why?
Kadyrov.
You don't call me. I'll let your son kick my ass. It's cool.
See, I have a random UFC story.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the picture earlier, but many years ago, I was in Vegas hosting a paintball game, and it was a charity for Randy Couture, which was very cool. And hold on, I don't know if you can see that, but he actually hooked that up for me.
Oh, nice.
That's really cool.
He ruined it though, huh? Oh, it's a piece of paper though, huh?
It's a it's on the goggles.
I understand.
Yeah, he's
making it ruined your goggles. It's supposed to be so hard to see out of those.
You see all the goggles behind me, bro, but
yeah, now what's he gonna do?
But I was there and it was really cool. I'm not a UFC guy. I haven't seen many of the fights. I know the basics and the some of the more famous guys and stuff. But he invited me to a fight after. I don't think it was an official fight. I think it was like one of those fights where they worked their way up the ladder to get into the real thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had a lot of future prospects there and everything. So he said, hey, yeah, Wolf, come to the fight, bring your pals, yada, yada, yada. And it was really cool because I'm there and I'm trying to learn. And I was in great shape. People actually thought I was like one of the upcoming fighters, which was kind of cool. So people ask me for my autograph and stuff, which is cool. And so I'm there, and he got me. I was right at the ring, like right beside the ring, and it was really cool. Never seen it happen before. And this guy sits down to me, and I was asking questions. Oh, do you know much about this stuff? And he goes, oh yeah, I know a little bit and stuff like that. And we were talking about it, and I was told him I did, my martial arts thing back in the day and stuff like that. And so we're leaving the fight, and they go, holy shit, I can't believe you were talking to him. And I go, who? And I go, you don't know who you were sitting beside, bro? And I go, no, should I? Like, was he important? Did I embarrass myself? And I was worried and everything. He goes, bro, that's Dana White. That's the guy who started all this stuff.
That's why you were able to have a good conversation with him, because you didn't know. Because you didn't say, oh my God, Dana. Oh my God, can I oil you up?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's,
and you've probably been on the other side of that, where like someone knows a bunch about you, and all of a sudden the conversation is like, hey, Wolf, I saw you here. Can I get a in real life replay of this thing you've said or done before?
Yeah.
On the other, you're like, fuck, this isn't normal to me.
It's a blessing though. But like that was, he seemed like a cool guy at the time and everything. But I don't agree with all his politics. But hey, he's done a lot.
I agree with all his politics, not even knowing them.